Hello there. My name is Dr. Bill Crawford. I'm a psychologist, a speaker, author of 4 books, host of 2 PBS specials. Here today to bring you another tip about helping you bring more clarity, confidence, and creativity into everything you do. Today I want to look at a concept called metacognition. This was brought to my attention by an article I read in one of my favorite magazines, Scientific American Mind, the June 2014 edition. And it's talk about maybe we should start thinking about how we're thinking. And I'm a big fan of that because thinking about how we're thinking actually comes from a very specific part of the brain, that upper 80% of the brain. And for those of you who are follow my Life from the Top of the Mind philosophy, you know that's what I believe is a key to our happiness and success. In fact, I actually did a video on this not too long ago called "Just because we're having thoughts doesn't mean it's a thought worth having." And so what I thought I would do is bring this new research, because I love it when scientists validate the concepts that I go out and teach and help people with research. So in this article, you can read the article, just go to the June 2014 issue of Scientific American Mind, look it up, or look it up online, you can buy it digitally, and see what you think. I think it has some real value in terms of how we can be more influential in our life. So here is the video I did on it. I hope you enjoy it. Hi everybody, Dr. Bill Crawford here, psychologist, speaker, author of 4 books, host of 2 PBS specials. Here today to give you another tool in helping you create the life you want. It has to do with how we think about how we think. There's a quote that I'm sending out to the people on my quote list. It says, "Just because we have a thought doesn't mean it's a thought worth having." I like that because I think it gives us an opportunity to look at how thoughts influence our experience of life and how we can influence that process. Because what a lot of people tell me is the thoughts that they have, the emotions that triggers, and then how they respond to that. So they'll have a thought about jealousy or anger or frustration or resentment or stress or whatever, and that will trigger jealousy, anger, stress, frustration, stress, and they will start then gathering data really that has more to do with that emotion and that reaction than really looking at the thought. Is it a thought worth having? So I think what we need is some way to discern, some way to make a decision about when we have thoughts, do we feed them? Or do we choose another perspective? Do we look at the situation in a way that's more congruent with the experience of life we want to create? Let's take traffic, for example. Most people say, man, traffic really stresses me out. And when we're in traffic, we're feeling stressed. We can't get where we want to go. It might make us late. And then we get more stressed about that. And we have a lot of thoughts about that. Those thoughts trigger emotions, and we found ourselves kind of getting caught in a cycle of stress and frustration based on our thoughts about and our experience of traffic. So what if we backed up to that initial thought, that traffic is a problem? Is that thought serving us? Is it a perspective on traffic that is helping us create the life we want? Is it a perspective that we would teach to someone we love? I mean, we are choosing to get into traffic because traffic is just a lot of people going the same way we are, and we have a place we want to get. Now, we may choose to get in there and may be surprised by the amount of people that are going that way and how slow everyone's going, and yet we still, if we want to experience that situation in a different way, influence our experience of it in a way we would teach to someone we love, we can look at our thoughts, our perspective, our interpretation of traffic, difficult people, our job, our boss, our spouse, whatever it is, and ask, is that a thought worth having? Do I want to feed that perspective and the resulting experience that it creates? Or do I want to choose another way of looking at it? And I keep coming back to, would I teach this to someone I love? Because I think when we are teaching those we love how to respond to life in a way that helps them be successful, we're coming from that wise and wonderful part of our brain. We're coming from the part of us that is wanting to help them become more influential in their lives. So we might say, well, honey, yes, sometimes you're going to find yourself in traffic, and that's just a part of life. So what you want to do is maybe pop in a CD or listen to some music or listen to a book on tape or do something that has you actually enjoying that experience, because it's an experience you're going to have over and over. In other words, we don't encourage them to change the experience or feed that negative reaction. We encourage them to change their thoughts about the experience. Now, easier said than done? Absolutely. Isn't everything? So I've come up with something that I call the $10 million question. And when I encounter people that go, well, yeah, that's easier said than done. That's really hard, Bill. And I go, well, okay. So let me ask you a question. If someone said, I will give you $10 million to practice being different, thinking different about some particular situation for the next 21 days, would you do it? And they don't hesitate. They go, absolutely. So in other words, it becomes really important to them, because who wouldn't love $10 million? We all think that $10 million would solve so many of our problems. Whether it really will or not is not the point. The point is we would do that for that amount. That becomes a motivation worth our confidence in our ability to make that happen. We would do that. And remember, it only takes 21 days to change a habit. So I think the question we need to ask ourselves is, how valuable is my peace of mind? How valuable is the love and the compassion, the confidence, the clarity, and the creativity that I want to experience in life? Is it worth $10 million? Is it worth twice that? 100 times that? Is it priceless? So what I suggest we do is begin to look at the thoughts we find ourselves having, and before we start feeding them and validating them and finding ourselves being influenced by them, let's discern, is this really a thought worth having? Is this a thought I would teach to someone I love? And if the answer is no, let's shift to, okay, then what would I? What is the thought I want to feed? What is the thought worth having in this particular situation? I hope you're finding these videos valuable. I am having a ball bringing them to you. If you do, please hit the like button, leave a comment. I read all the comments, and if you have a question, you can leave that as well. If you want to learn more about my philosophy, myself as a speaker, life coach, you can go to my website, Ph.D.com. Hit the contact button. Let me know what you're interested in. I would love to come and do a presentation for your organization about influencing our thoughts, dealing with stress, dealing with difficult people, leadership, culture, whatever it is. And if you want to work with me as a life coach or a psychologist, however you want to do that, again, hit the contact button and let me know. In the meantime, here is to you bringing more clarity about the thoughts you're having and whether or not you want to keep having them. Confidence in your ability to choose another thought, and creativity as you begin to create that new perspective on the situation. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.